One of the foods most appreciated by people is candy. Are you going to tell me you've never eaten a chocolate, a lollipop, a piece of candy, or anything like that? You probably have. But did you know that many candies can actually harm your health and even encourage children to do something wrong? That's right, there are, or once were, some candies in the world that caused a lot of controversy either because of their ingredients or the marketing involved. As a result, they were restricted or even banned in many places around the planet. That's exactly what we're going to see here today. Toxic waste nuclear, popularly known as toxic waste candy, was a candy that gained notoriety both for its extremely sour taste and for food safety concerns. The ban on this candy arose due to public health worries after the discovery of unacceptable levels of contamination. In 2011, tests carried out by the Food and Drug Administration, known as FDA of the United States, found dangerously high levels of lead in the candy. The amount of lead found exceeded the safe limit established for human consumption, and so it was immediately forbidden for consumption. Some batches of the candy contained up to 0.24 parts per million of lead, while the safe limit is 0.1 parts per million. Consuming lead-contaminated foods is especially dangerous for children, who in this case were the target audience, and can cause poisoning that negatively affects mental and physical development.
Well, you could eat like that. No. Ooh.
The company responsible for production, Candy Dynamics, voluntarily initiated a recall of all candy batches. This included all flavors and sizes, and the product was withdrawn from the market. The company also suspended production and distribution of the candy until safety guarantees could be implemented. The Lucas Mexican candy product also faced issues due to its misuse as a substance for inhalation among children and teenagers. This misuse raised additional concerns about safety and the adverse health effects associated with consuming these products. Some children and teenagers began inhaling the Lucas candy powder, treating it like a substance to sniff to get a sensation of excitement or simply out of curiosity. The inhalation of the powder was often motivated by challenges among friends, curiosity, or the quest for a different experience, without a proper understanding of the health risks. Little did they know, inhaling the powder can cause significant irritation in the respiratory tract, including nose, throat, and lungs. Educational campaigns were launched to warn parents, teachers, and children about the dangers of inhaling candy powders like Lucas. Additionally, certain measures were taken to modify product packaging, making it less likely to be misused for inhalation. Beyond contamination issues, the misuse affected the Lucas brand's reputation, leading to increased pressure to ensure that their products are safe and used for their intended purpose. Lollipop was a product sold as an edible candy pipe. However, its popularity and inappropriate use raised significant concerns, leading to its ban in several regions due to health risks and legal implications. Because of its pipe format, the lollipop was widely used to smoke tobacco, marijuana, and other substances. This usage raised concerns about encouraging smoking, especially among young people. The shape and sweet taste of the lollipop made it particularly attractive to children and teenagers, increasing the risk of early smoking initiation. After numerous complaints from parents, along with protests, the candy was eventually banned. Various jurisdictions banned the sale of lollipop because of the health risks and the misleading nature of the product. There were attempts to reformulate or repackage it to highlight its use solely for adults and reduce its appeal to minors, but it did not achieve the same success and was discontinued. The candy known as candy corn is traditionally consumed in the United States, especially during the Halloween season. It's known for its triangular shape and its characteristic colors of white, yellow, and orange, which imitate corn kernels. There are many theories and even alleged bans of candy corn in some places in the United States that revolve around food safety. Like many sweets, candy corn contains sugar and artificial coloring, which can lead to health concerns when consumed in large quantities. And that's why this issue always comes up regarding the candy which, according to information, has not undergone any official ban. Even though there is no official ban, it is always important to consider food safety, since candy corn may contain allergens like gelatin or artificial coloring that some people may want to avoid. A popular chocolate treat from Ferrero that has a small toy surprise inside generated huge controversy when it was banned in the United States. The main reason for this ban is the presence of a non-edible object, namely the toy, inside a food product, which goes against that country's Food and Drug Administration, or FDA regulations. The FDA has a rule prohibiting the sale of food containing non-edible objects embedded within, due to the choking risk for children. In response to the ban, Ferrero introduced Kinder Joy in the USA in 2018, with a different design to comply with FDA regulations. In Kinder Joy, the toy and the candy are separated into two different halves of the plastic egg, eliminating the choking risk. Lazy Cake, also known as Space Cake or Lazy Larry, is a sweet containing melatonin that faced bans and restrictions in several places. The treat, a brownie, contains melatonin, a natural hormone used as a supplement to aid sleep. Melatonin is typically used to treat sleep problems, such as insomnia and circadian rhythm disorders. Including the substance in a sweet treat raised concerns, as it is a supplement that should be used with caution and should not be consumed by children, who in this case are the Candies' target audience. Hence, after studies, various places banned the sale. One of the biggest concerns was that children could consume Lazy Cake without proper parental supervision, leading to unintentional melatonin ingestion. In 2011, some cities and states in the United States, such as Arkansas and Louisiana, took measures to ban or restrict the sale of Lazy Cake, and that remains the situation to this day. Known as cigarette candy, these sweets were popular among children and consisted of small sugar sticks that imitated the appearance of real cigarettes. However, due to concerns about the negative influence on children, the sale of these candies was banned or heavily regulated in many places. Candy in the shape of a cigarette first appeared in the early 20th century and quickly gained popularity among children. They were sold in packages resembling real cigarette packs and often carried branding that echoed famous cigarette brands. The main worry was that these candies normalized smoking among children, encouraging behavior that could lead to real cigarette use in the future. In response to these concerns, many countries and states began regulating or banning the sale of candy shaped like cigarettes. As a result of these restrictions, many manufacturers changed the packaging design and the product name to avoid any association with real cigarettes. Some started calling the product Candy Sticks in order to use more neutral packaging without visual references to cigarette brands. The candy Roadkill refers to a line of gummies launched by Kraft Foods in 2004, which caused controversy and was taken off the market due to ethical concerns and criticism from animal rights groups. Roadkill was a line of gummy candies shaped like run-over animals, such as squirrels, snakes, and chickens. Each gummy had realistic details like tire tracks, suggesting the animals had been hit by cars. The product was introduced as an attempt to attract the children's market with a concept intended to be funny and unusual, but it quickly stirred criticism from animal rights organizations, such as the Humane Society of the United States, among others. In response to the criticism, Kraft Foods decided to withdraw the product from the market only a few months after its launch. The company stated that its intention was never to offend or disrespect animal rights, and that the decision to discontinue the candy was made to respect the concerns raised. The Roadkill case served as an example of how marketing products intended for children must take cultural and ethical sensitivities into account. Tim Tams, produced by Arnott's, are highly appreciated chocolate cookies, but like many processed foods, they contain additives and ingredients that can raise concerns about health and nutrition. Tim Tams are chocolate-filled cookies covered with a layer of chocolate, which makes them high in calories and rich in sugar and fat. They also contain several food additives such as emulsifiers, preservatives, and flavorings, commonly found in processed foods. However, because the candy is highly consumed and has a flavor that people really enjoy, it can become a long-term risk due to the amount of sugar and preservatives present. That is why there are some studies raising concerns about regular consumption of these cookies, which could eventually lead to a ban, or at least awareness campaigns about their consumption. Excessive consumption of foods high in sugar, fat, and additives can contribute to health issues like obesity, diabetes, heart disease, and other metabolic problems. Meanwhile, even though approved as safe for use, some individuals sensitive to these additives might experience adverse reactions. Fun Dip, a popular candy in the United States composed of flavored sugary powder and an edible stick used for licking and dipping in the powder, raises concerns over its sugar content and artificial coloring, leading to discussions about its impact on health, especially in children. Fun Dip is basically flavored and colored sugar, available in different flavors and colors. The high sugar content in Fun Dip can contribute to health problems such as tooth decay, obesity, and type 2 diabetes, particularly if consumed in large amounts. In addition, the artificial colors like Red 40, Yellow 5, and Blue 1 found in Fun Dip have been the subject of controversy. Some studies suggest that they may be linked to behavioral problems in children and allergic reactions in sensitive individuals. So far, there haven't been any formal bans on Fun Dip, but some schools and school districts have policies to limit or ban sweets high in sugar and artificial coloring on their premises, which is why Fun Dip faces these restrictions in some locations. Exploding gum refers to a type of gum that, when chewed, creates a fizzy or explosive sensation in the mouth, often due to chemical reactions with ingredients such as citric acid and sodium bicarbonate. When manufactured safely, these products use controlled chemical reactions to provide a fun experience. However, there have been serious incidents connected to experiments or improper modifications of these products, leading to significant health risks. One of the most serious incidents involving exploding gum occurred in Ukraine in 2009. A 25-year-old university student was chewing gum he had modified himself, apparently adding some unspecified chemical compound that may have been explosive. The gum exploded in his mouth, resulting in fatal injuries. Investigations indicated the explosion was caused by a highly dangerous and unexpected chemical reaction. After this incident, many places began restricting the sale of this gum. The Ukraine incident highlighted the serious risks of modifying or experimenting with food products inappropriately. The widespread repercussions caused the brand to explain itself, and the investigation revealed that the individual himself had altered the composition. Subscribe to the channel for more videos like this.